Hello students, how are you? Now today I continue the numerical problems in this video. Now I am taking a first numerical as to what potential we must charge an insulated sphere of radius 14 cm so that the surface charge density is equal to 1 microcoulomb per meter square. In this question we have to find the value of potential and the given data are the radius of the sphere is given as 14 centimeter, that is 14 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. As well as we have to given the value of surface charge density sigma as 1 microcoulomb per meter square, or we can write 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb per meter square. Now if we consider this sphere as a point charge, now if the charge is located at the center, we use the formula to find the potential. To find potential, we can use the formula V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. In this problem, the value of charge is not given, but we all know that Q is nothing but that is equal to sigma into A. That is surface charge density multiplied by area, that is the charge. So put the value Q here, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Q is sigma into A upon R. Now put the values 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Sigma, the area of sphere is 4 pi R square upon R. R is cancelled out. Now after substituting the values, 9 into 10 to the power 9 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 22 by 7 multiplied by 14 into 10 to the power minus 2 multiplied by sigma, that is 10 to the power minus 6. Okay. Now after solving we get the result 15840 volt. 15840 volt. This much voltage is produced to charge a sphere to produce the surface charge density of 1 microcoulomb per meter square. Okay, please note down. Now the second question says a charge of 24 microcoulomb is given to a hollow metallic sphere of radius 0.2 meter. Find the potential at the surface of a sphere at the distance 0.1 meter from the center of the sphere. In this question there is a hollow sphere, right, and the radius of that sphere is given as 0.2 meter. Okay. Now first we have to find the potential at the surface of this sphere. So we let a point P at the surface of this sphere where we have to find the potential. Now if we find the potential at the surface, part A, for the potential at surface, we use the formula V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R, where R is what? R is the radius of that sphere. Put the value 9 into 10 to the power 9 into 24 10 to the power minus 6 upon 0.2. This becomes 1.08 into 10 to the power 6 volt. This much potential is produced at the surface of a sphere. In the second part, it says find the potential at the distance of 0.1 meter inside the sphere. Right? So inside the sphere, as we know, everywhere at the surface or inside the sphere the value of potential must be same. So inside the sphere at distance 0.1 meter, the potential is equal to the value of potential at surface, right? That means V is equal to again 1.08 10 to the power 6 volt. We know that for the spherical shell, at the surface of the sphere and inside the sphere, the potential value is same and the formula is same. So if we get at the surface of a sphere value of potential, we get 1.08 into 10 to the power 6 volt. So inside the sphere the value must be same. That will be equal to 1.08 10 to the power 6 volt. Okay. Now the third question, a very interesting question is this. 27 drops of 7 size are charged at 220 volt each. They coalesce to form a bigger drop. Calculate the potential of bigger drop. In this question, the small drops are given as 27 and they collapse to make a bigger drop. Okay. Now, how to solve this problem? Now consider radius of each drop is smaller. Okay. As well as radius of bigger drop is considered as capital. Now, if these 27 drops are combined, collapse, they make a bigger drop. In that condition, the volume must be same for bigger drop and total 27 small drops. So, we consider the volume. It means volume of bigger drop is equal to 27 multiplied by volume of each drop or small drop. So we can write 4 by 3 pi capital R cube is equal to 27 multiplied 4 by 3 pi small r cube. Okay, 4 by 3 pi is cancelled out. So capital R cube is equal to 27 small r cube. From here we get a relation between capital R and small r, that is capital R is equal to 3 times small r. Okay. Now the potential on each drop is given as 220 volt. Now the potential of each drop is given as 220 volt. Now we can write potential on each drop. Potential on each drop. Formula V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q by small r, because radius of a small drop is smaller, right? So here from this equation we have to write the value of q in terms of V as q is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught RV. Now if the 27 small drops make a big drop, the charge on the big drop is 27 times the charge on each small drop. Now the charge on bigger drop, if I am saying capital Q, so this is 27 times small q. Okay. Now if we find the potential of the bigger drop, let the potential of bigger drop V dash. Now what V dash value? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught capital Q upon capital R. Put the values here. 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. What about capital Q? Capital Q is 27 times small q. That is 4 pi epsilon naught R into V upon, what is the value of capital R? 3 times small r. Right? 4 pi epsilon naught is cancelled out. 3 9s are 27. So finally V dash is equal to 9 times V, or 9 into V is given as 220. This is equal to 1980 volt. 1980 volt. So finally the potential on the bigger drop will be 1980 volt. Okay. Now the question number 4. This is a NCERT question. Two charges 3 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb and minus 2 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb are located 15 centimeter apart. At what point on the line joining of two charges the electric potential is 0? We solve this problem by taking a two case. Here I am taking the case 1. there are two charges, like the two charges. One is Q1, 3 into 10 to the power minus 8, and second is minus 2 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb. And they are separated by 15 centimeter, that means 0.15 meter. Now, in case 1, I assume the point inside or in between these two charges where the total net potential will be 0. In first case, we assume the point is inside or in between this line joining of two charges where the potential is 0, like that point is P. And the distance of this point from the charge 3 into 10 to the power minus 8 be x. Here we consider the distance from this charge be x. So this much distance is 0.15 minus x. Okay. Now here on that point the net potential is 0. And we have, first of all, we have to find the potential due to discharge on that point as well as potential due to discharge on that point. Now net potential at that point is the summation of both potential. Now potential at P due to charge 3 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb. We have to write V1 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 3 into 10 to the power minus 8 upon x. Secondly, potential at P due to charge minus 2 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb. We have to write this V2 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught minus 2 into 10 to the power minus 8 upon 0.15 minus x. Now here we have got the two equations, equation 1 and equation 2. Now what about the net potential? The net potential is the summation of these two potentials. Okay. Now what about the next net potential? Net potential at P, V is equal to V1 plus V2, and we have the value of V at point P become 0. The question says we have to find that point on which the net potential will be 0. So we put total V equal to 0. Now put the value of V1 plus V2. 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is common. 3 into 10 to the power minus 8 upon x minus 2 into 10 to the power minus 8 upon 0.15 minus x equal to 0. Now this much value becomes 0. So we equate these two values. Now finally we can write 3 into 10 to the power minus 8 upon x is equal to 2 into 10 to the power minus 8 upon 0.15 minus x. 10 to the power minus 8 is cancelled out. Now we have to cross multiply this. Okay, I'm going to write here. Now we get 0.45 minus 3x is equal to 2x, or we can write 0.45 is equal to 5x. So here we get the x is equal to 0.09 meter, or we can say 9 centimeter. It means from the charge 3 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb at the distance of 9 centimeter, the total potential value will be 0. Okay, this was the first case. Now in the second case we consider the point outside the line. Now for the case 2. I am going to make a diagram for the case 2. Here again we have two charges at the distance of 0.15 meter. Here the charge is 3 into 10 to the power minus 8, and here the charge will be minus 2 into 10 to the power minus 8. Now in the case 1 we consider the point between these two charges, but in case 2 I am going to consider the point here outside. But in the case of line joining these 2 points. Now if we consider this total value will be x from the charge this. this much is x. So what about this much value? This much value is x minus 0.15. Okay, this much value is x minus 0.15 from this charge. 2 minus 2 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb. Okay, now again, potential due to charge 3 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb at P. We have saying this potential is V1. So 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 3 into 10 to the power minus 8 upon x. Equation number 1. So similarly, potential due to charge minus 2 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb at P. Now our formula will be V2 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught minus 2 into 10 to the power minus 8 upon x minus 0.15. Now this is the equation number 2. Again, at that point, what about the net potential? That is 0. So here what the value of net potential? That is V1 plus V2. Okay. So now the net potential at P. Net potential at P. V is equal to V1 plus V2 and that is much equal to 0. Put the values here. 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is common. 3 into 10 to the power minus 8 upon x minus 2 into 10 to the power minus 8 upon x minus 0.15 and this is equal to 0. Now equate this equation. 3 into 10 to the power minus 8 upon x is equal to 2 into 10 to the power minus 8 upon x minus 0.15. Minus 8 cancel out. Cross multiply this. Now 3x minus 0.45 is equal to 2x. So here we get x is equal to 0.45 meter or we can say 45 centimeter. So in this question we have two cases. Either the potential is 0 at the 9 centimeter between two charges or outside the point 45 centimeter the potential is again 0. Okay. Now the question number 5. Calculate the electric potential at the center of a square of side root 2 meter having charges 100 microcoulomb, minus 50 microcoulomb, 20 microcoulomb and minus 60 microcoulomb at the four corners of a square. In this question, the question says there is a square of four corners A, B, C, D. Right? And we have to find the potential at the center. So here I make a diagonal. So this is the center O. At that point we have to find the potential. Now if I am saying here the charge is 100 microcoulomb, here the charge value is minus 50 microcoulomb, 20 microcoulomb and minus 60 microcoulomb. Now if the square distance is root 2 meter, so what about the diagonal? The distance of diagonal is under root 2 square plus root 2 square, that is 2 meter. So the distance of this total diagonal is 2 meter. If this is a center, so it becomes 1 and 1 meter, 1 and 1 meter. Now finally if this charge applied the potential on that point, so we can write net potential. Directly I am going to write here net potential at O. V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, that will be common for all charges, all potentials, right? For this charge 100 into 10 to the power minus 6 upon 1. Second charge is negative, so minus 50 into 10 to the power minus 6 upon 1. Third charge is positive 20, 20 into 10 to the power minus 6 upon 1. minus 4 charge is again negative, 60 into 10 raised power minus 6 upon 1. Okay. Now after calculating, this much value is 9 into 10 raised power 9. I am going to write here. This much value is 9 into 10 raised power 9. 10 raised power minus 6 will be common for all. 100 plus 20, 120 minus 1, this is 10. So final answer will be 9 into 10 raised power 4 volt. The total net potential at the point V is 9 into 10 raised to the power 4 volt. Okay. Now a very simple question is here. Find the electric field between two metallic plates 3 mm apart. Connect to a 12 volt battery. In this question, there are two plates. They are connected with the 12 volt battery. Right? And the distance between these two plates is given as 3 mm. We have to find the electric field. We all know that the relation between potential and electric field is E is equal to V upon D, where V is the potential and D is the distance, right? And the distance is here, and here in this question distance is given as 3 mm and potential is given as 12 volt. So put the values here. E is equal to 12 upon 3 into 10 raised power minus 3, that is 4 into 10 raised power 3 volt per meter. So here we know a second unit of electric field. We can write the unit of electric field also in volt per meter. We write the value of unit of electric field is in volt per meter as well as Newton per Coulomb, right? So volt per meter. This is the unit for the electric field. Okay. Okay. Again, the question number 7. Calculate the voltage needed to balance a oil drop carrying 10 electrons when located between the plates of capacitor which are separated by 5 mm apart. Take G is equal to 10 meter per second square and the mass of oil drop is given as 3 into 10 raised power minus 16 kilogram. What question says? Question says there is a plate of capacitor which are 3 mm with 5 mm apart. So the distance between these two plates is 5 mm. Now, if I am saying this is a positive plate of capacitor and this will be the negative plate of capacitor, we all know that the direction of electric field is always from plus to minus. This is a direction of electric field. Okay. Now, if there is a drop of oil, so if this is a drop of oil, the weight of oil drop is working as downward, that is mg. To balance the drop in between this capacitor plate, a force is acting in the opposite direction of electric field, that is F. And this force balances the weight of the oil drop, right? So that this drop is remain at stationary condition in between these two plates. So at the balance condition, we can write F is equal to mg. Okay, what about F? We know that F is equal to Q into E, that is equal to mg. But in this question, the value of charge and electric field is not given. But here, the number of electrons is given. So we can write the value of Q equal to N into E. And we can find the potential. So we write the electric field in terms of potential, that is V upon D is equal to mg. Clear? So we write the Q is equal to Ne by the quantization of charge, and E because we have to find the potential of voltage. So write E is equal to V upon D. Now put all the values. We have to find the V. So we can write this formula mgd upon NeV. Sorry, and mgd upon Ne. We have to find the value of V. Okay, put the values here. M is given as, and mass is given as 3 into 10 raised power minus 16. G is 10 and D is 5 into 10 raised power minus 3. Millimeter convert into a meter. N number of electrons 10. 1 electron charge 10 into minus 90. After calculating this, you get the V is equal to 9.47 volt. Your answer will be 9.47 volt when we calculate this much value. Okay, right? Now the question number 8, a very interesting question is this. Two charges minus Q and plus Q are located at point 0, 0 minus A and B 0, 0 A. How much work is to be done in moving a test charge from a point P 7002 to Q minus 300. Now make a diagram here because the question given in 3 axes. So we make a 3 axes. This is axis on Z, axis Y, axis X and axis Y. Okay. Now according to the given point charges, a charge minus Q is located at 0, 0 minus A, Z axis, and charge plus Q is located at 0, 0 A, positive Z axis. 2 points P and Q are on the X axis 700 and Q is negative X axis minus 30 and 0. This is the final diagram. Again I repeat. Charges plus Q and minus Q are located at minus Q at the location 0, 0 minus A, that is Z axis. 0, 0 minus A, negative Z axis. Plus Q at positive Z axis, 0, 0 A. Point P is on the X axis, positive X axis. 700. Point Q negative X axis minus 300. Question says, how much work is to be done to moving a test charge from the point P to Q? Now here in this question, this is a combination of positive and negative charge. So it will make a dipole. This is a combination of same positive and negative charge. It make a dipole. And if this is a dipole, so these 2 points are equatorial point on that dipole. These 2 points P and Q are equatorial point on that dipole. And we all know that the potential at the equatorial point on that dipole is always 0. So there is no work done. So here P and Q are equatorial points on dipole. We know that potential due to dipole at its equatorial point is 0. So work done is equal to charge multiplied by potential. So work done will be 0. So answer will be, there is no work done to moving a charge from the point P to Q. There is no work done to moving a charge from the point P to Q. Okay, hope you understand all the problems. If you have any doubt, write in the comment box on this video. I definitely provide you the solution of your problems. But don't forget to subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.